West Ham, they've made changes. Tommy Taylor at 5 is back after suspension. Billy Jennings at 7 returns after injury. Clyde Best gets the substitute spot. Rangers field the side that lost to Burnley. The only change there being that Mickey Leach is now preferred to Don Shanks as substitute. Terrible conditions for everyone, but most of all, of course, for the goalkeepers. What do they think about it? First of all, let's ask Mervyn Day of West Ham.
Well, conditions today will obviously be very soft underfoot, and however long a stud you have, it's still not really going to compensate for the fact that, you know, you could be slipping at siding, sort of when you're off balance at times, and you have to wear thick gloves because of the mud. It makes it just a little bit more difficult, but I mean, that's what you get paid for.
And what does Phil Parkes of Q.P.R. think of the conditions?
Well, they're probably the worst you'll ever get for goalkeeping. The ball can skid, it can shoot anywhere really, and sort of you wear gloves but they get soaking wet sort of thing, and the longer the game goes on, the worse it seems to get. You have to try and change your gloves or try and dry them out, whatever you can do.
So the views there of the goalkeepers. The crowd now waiting for the start at Upton Park, in spite of the rain, is 28,000 strong.
West Ham kick off, attacking the goal to our right in claret shirts, light blue sleeves, white shorts. Queen's Park Rangers in their blue and white hoops, and as you already would have gathered, the conditions are going to be difficult in the extreme. But referee Peter Willis considered very carefully at about 2:15 and decided that with people in the ground and the fact he also felt that he could finish 90 minutes, that the game should go on. And I think a lot of people will applaud him for that. Taylor. Back to Mervyn Day. We should go through 1 or 2 pairs of goalkeeping gloves in the course of the next 90 minutes. West Ham's throw. Bonds going across to take it. A wet ball, difficult to get a long throw. Webb there with a header. Coleman going in there, hopeful of getting in a shot. And Robson having the ball taken off him again by Parkes, and a corner given. No foul there by Robson, although Queen's Park Rangers are arguing with the referee to that point. And a corner to West Ham. Graham Padden will take it. And Rangers back in strength. 10 men back inside their own penalty area as Padden floats that free kick in there. Bonds there, and back! Oh, and did it go in? No, it didn't. Well, it was belted away by a Rangers defender. Caught another on the back. And then only a flying header away, saved it from going over, but there had been an infringement there. And now a chance for a break by Rangers, and they know it. Clement taking it up. On for Don Givens, who's got Bowles in the middle. And Coleman away for the corner. Stan Bowles had gone, number 10 had gone roaring into a good position there, if only the ball could have got across to him. But they've got a corner, Coleman taking no chances whatsoever. So Masson with the corner for Queen's Park Rangers. Taylor's header away. Rangers throw. Bowles. Found just that yard of space. Oh, and what a fine save by Mervyn Day from David Webb. That was a superb piece of goalkeeping. A lovely cross by Bowles, found just that yard. Webb had sneaked in there and got a beautiful on-target header. And what a save by Day. Webb right in there again. Day anxiously on his goal line too. And another corner. Robson there, and Taylor there. Taylor giving it away to Givens though. Masson now to Don Givens again. There's another cross, and Webb almost got in another header, and so too did Francis. But now Billy Jennings for West Ham. Play on, said the referee, and there's Brooking allowing it to run with Robson outside him. Keith Robson. Billy Bonds. Good swift tackling by Terry Francis on the West Ham skipper. Kevin Locke coming up. played into the odds of penalty area. Jennings might take advantage of it now. Thomas being told by Gillard to get it away, but decides nonetheless he's going to play it back to Parks. Brooking played beautifully, and the crowd enjoyed that. Locke coming in on the loose ball and playing it, a deliberate handball by Francis. Referee going across, but not to take his book out or anything, although that really was quite a deliberate handball there by Jerry Francis, the Rangers skipper. Stopped a West Ham attack developing, but Lampard now to Brooking. Played on beautifully by Brooking for Padden. There's the shot, and there's the goal by Billy Jennings in his comeback game. And Billy Jennings puts West Ham into the lead. Good build-up again, and as that ball slithered across that Queen's Park Rangers 6-yard area, in the end it was a simple tap-in. 1-0 to West Ham. Locke not risking the back pass because Bowles was onto him. Francis did so well there, and back with a shot. Oh, what a save again by Day. That's two tremendous saves by Mervyn Day. The first from Webb's header, and then that almost point-blank shot as the ball fell for John Beck. A tremendous save by Day. Jennings again for West Ham, played nicely for Padden. That favourite left foot of his, and it might come for Robson. No, it'll come for McDowell. Hit it, they say! Oh, and it was just too high. Great shot by McDowell. And these two sides continue to serve up some brilliant football in these terrible conditions. Pintock. Bowles, Masson, played on towards Givens. And Lampard back to Mervyn Day. Now, was that too many steps by Mervyn Day? It's a free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. Indirect, inside the penalty area. Day has taken too many steps. And now there's an interesting situation. West Ham have brought everybody, bar none, back into their area. 2, 4, 5, 6 in the wall. Jerry Francis there as a disruptive element. And Bowles, Masson, and Clement standing over it. It's an indirect free kick, of course, because it's inside the penalty area. Otherwise it would be a penalty, so he's got to play it there for Masson. Through the wall to go! Don Masson has equalised for Rangers, and Mervyn Day could do nothing about that but sit in the mud. A little touch-off by Stan Bowles. A great shot there by Don Masson, and that's his first goal for Queen's Park Rangers, and the equaliser for them, making it 1-1. Now with Taylor. Obviously a flaw in that West Ham wall. And they've found one or two flaws in opponents' walls this season. They really were getting a bit of their own medicine there. And Masson made sure they had to take it. But now a free kick to West Ham. Graham Padden with it. Bond's right in there. And Robson, no, it wouldn't go for West Ham. Locke. Lampard. Flicked on again towards McDowell. Wouldn't run for him, though. don't know who's got to do the washing this week, but they've got a fair bit of mud to get off those shirts and shorts. Francis now for Queen's Park Rangers. Lampard in first. Padden turning it on. A back heel there by Robson, unfortunately for West Ham, going straight to Masson. And now with John Beck. That little cross almost came for the number 4, Masson. Don Gibbons will get this one. No, it's a throw, though. Bowles to Francis, now to McClintock, played for Beck. Beck again, a little touch off again, and there's the goal by Clement. No, it's disallowed. The referee has disallowed it. Well, that's a mystery. There must have been a Rangers player in an offside position. The goal is disallowed, and it stays at 1-1. Thomas trying to wriggle his way through. And a free kick given to Q.P.R. Indirect for an infringement by Coleman, who in fact is going to be booked. I confess I didn't see what that was for. The referee saw something that we didn't see, the crowd didn't see, and Keith Coleman's name goes in the book. Don Gibbons there showing what variation on the free kick he wants. 3 fingers in the air. The secret Q.P.R. sign. Gillard playing it in again. It might work for them. It had to be fisted away. Jerry Francis tucking it in. And it was knocked off the line by Billy Jennings. Well, Francis came so close to scoring with that one. He did first time. Knocked off the line by Jennings. Robson taken neatly there on his chest. A yard or 2 ahead of him. Going past one rather half-hearted challenge after another. And a free kick. No, a penalty. A penalty there as Robson was brought down. And referee Peter Willis deliberated for some time, and he's going to be booked, McClintock. He's going to be booked for showing dissent. And the referee deliberated. He went right across there to make sure that infringement occurred inside the penalty area. He decided that it was inside the area, and West Ham get the penalty. McClintock is booked, and Billy Bonds is the man who is now on the spot. So the second name to go in the book. First Keith Coleman, drying the ball on his shirt, and knowing now he'll have made up his mind where he's got to put it against the massive frame of Phil Parkes. Some 6'2", 6'3" of him. A man who's played for England. Billy Bonds, the man with the skipper's responsibility for West Ham. Oh, in off the post! Well, the luck went Billy Bonds' way. He's talking there to Tommy Taylor because he didn't hit it properly. He knew he didn't hit it properly, but the luck was with him as it went in off the post, with Parkes going the wrong way. West Ham 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Billy Bonds' 11th goal of the season. That includes 2 right early on in the Texaco Cup. But a goal now that puts West Ham into the lead right on half-time. Lampard now for West Ham. The last 2 games between these 2 sides here at Upton Park, between them have produced 12 goals. 4-3 in, I think it was 68-69, and to West Ham that was 2-3 in favour of Queen's Park Rangers last season. And we've already had 3 now before half-time, with West Ham leading 2-1. Beck for Rangers. Not had at all a bad first half, John Beck. Thomas, I don't think he'll get up in time, no. Bonds, Taylor, bit of skill there. Trying it again. And then gives it away. That's dangerous. Here's Gibbons now. And Coleman going right across there. And in the end, it was Graham Patton who can bring it away. And Tommy Taylor and Kevin Locke having words. Locke telling Taylor what he thinks about him. Now Brooking. As the whistle goes for half-time, and a first half full of skill on a treacherous surface, and the crowd responding to the efforts of the team in this first 45 minutes. Number 7, Billy Jennings, putting West Ham into the lead. Don Masson equalising for Rangers with that free kick. And then Billy Bonds putting West Ham ahead again from the penalty spot. An excellent first half considering the terrible conditions, and a lot more to come on the big match this afternoon. But we will be back shortly with the second half of West Ham against Queen's Park Rangers with a half-time score. West Ham 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Welcome back then to Upton Park. The first half a tribute to both sides in these conditions. Let's hope the second can match it, with Queen's Park Rangers now attacking the goal to our right. McClintock with the header. Here's Brooking. Most of the players have changed their shirts, and I would think that Phil Parkes has probably changed his gloves as well. So we can see the numbers at last, which is not bad. Now Bowles. Yes, Bowles was impeded there, and that was a good decision by the referee, and it's a free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. Well, there, one goal so far has come from a free kick, but that was a little closer to the goal inside the box. Don Masson is over the ball. Mervyn Day wants a sight of it. I wonder what variation they'll come up with this time. I notice that Dave Clement is... No, it's always a flick over there, and Jerry Francis is in there. Oh, and he hit the post. Well, you couldn't have got a better free kick than that. A loop over the wall by Masson. And Francis catching it on the volley, taking West Ham by surprise. Hit the post, and West Ham breathe again. Givens, and again Locke will not give Bowles a sight of the ball, and he played well there, Kevin Locke, because he's found Robson as well. He's got Brooking up, but Robson is taking on Webb, and Webb timed his challenge well. Oh, Patton really whacked that at Webb. Now Robson again. A deep cross, Billy Jennings is there, Brooking is there, and it's just over the top from McDowell. Nice build-up there by West Ham after Robson had taken on the defence. Robson playing it across there, a nice nod down by Jennings. Brooking collided there with Parkes, and McDowell nodding the rebound just over. Lampard's header, two good headers there by Beck. Playing along the line for Thomas. Can he get round Lampard? That looked to me a bit like a push. That looked to me a bit like a push in the area. And he's given a penalty. That looked like a push to me, and I believe the referee and linesman are right. He's given a penalty to Queen's Park Rangers. The second penalty of the game. Stan Bowles, who has been the target of the crowd, has a chance to silence them again, and the West Ham players, I think, are going across to ask the referee to consult the linesman. Maybe the linesman has something to say, but the referee won't hear them. Now they went across, now he's going across to the linesman. And the linesman still says it's a penalty. So, can Bowles beat Mervyn Day to make it 2-2? The boos are ringing around Upton Park. They won't worry Bowles. As cool as you like. And he scored! And that's 2-2. The great smile of triumph from Stan Bowles brings the score back to 2-2. There are boos everywhere, but that left foot placed it so accurately, and Day had no chance. Stan Bowles, the equaliser for Rangers, and now everything to play for. I know when Jerry Francis came into the studio last Sunday, he said that he felt that Q.P.R. could take West Ham today. And Stan Bowles confirmed that before the game. He said that they really fancied that they could win here. Well, they've brought it back to 2-2. Brooking and a free kick. Webb too high on Brooking's back, though I'm bound to say that Brooking was ducking pretty low. Well, it certainly leaves it with a pretty interesting finish, with something like 17.5 minutes to go. Rangers won 3-2 here last season. I think Graham Patton might fancy his chances. There's a tremendous shot by Patton, but it went into the side netting. Half the crowd thought that it had gone in, and the other half knew that it hadn't. Really does clobber those shots, Graham Patton, and he hit that superbly. And a free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. And Clyde Best is going to come on as a substitute. So it's Keith Coleman who's going off. So Coleman, the number 2, is going off. A fullback goes off and a forward comes on. A rearrangement in the West Ham side. Stud inspection, and West Ham will hope a little more firepower to bring them that winning goal in the few minutes that remain. Lock. Well, that won't go. Yes, it will. Taylor to Best. Well, it's not easy for Clyde Best. It's always difficult at the best of times for a substitute to come on and get into the tempo of the game. But in these conditions, it really is a terribly difficult job for him. It's Rangers' free kick. Ian Gillard asking David Thomas, I think, if he wants to take it, and Thomas said no thank you, so it'll be the left-footed Gillard. Hit low, could still come. Webb is right in there again, and West Ham are having trouble getting this away. Bowles is in there too, and finally Billy Bonds gets it away to Clyde Best, and Rangers get another throw. About 8 minutes to go. Best again. Oh, and he's played it straight there to Clements, or rather, oh, a tremendous save by Day. Tremendous save from John Beck. Really a mistake by Clyde Best playing that across the field there. Beck caught it well. Good tip over by Day and a corner. Masson will take it. A little chip towards the near post. That was Lampard getting it away. McClintock's header. Robson. And McClintock couldn't do anything with that one. Lampard. McDowell. Jennings to Billy Bonds. Flicked on again towards Clyde Best. And McClintock so easily back to Phil Parks. Bowles just nodding that on. And Thomas right in there. Bowles again. Still with Bowles, a great chance, and this could be it. No, Gibbons has missed it, and somehow it was kicked away right at the last. Well, what a chance that was for Rangers. Bowles doing superbly. Day equaling it. Gibbons couldn't quite get it in, and finally it was hiked away behind for the corner. Bowles trying a little bit of magic on the far side, and it didn't fall for him that time because Jennings now can take it up for West Ham. Brooking, free kick. Foul by Masson. We're in the last minute of the game. And I think it'll be Day who tries a long kick downfield. He thought about playing the offside, and in fact the whistle has gone maybe a few seconds early. But really a match that's a tribute to this referee in many ways, Peter Willis, for allowing the game to go on in the first place. A brave decision by him, fully justified by the skill shown by both sets of players. Stanley Bowles then with the penalty in the second half, number 10, bringing the score to 2-2. But really it was an afternoon that was a credit to everybody concerned with West Ham and with Queen's Park Rangers. So a final scoreline here at a very damp Upton Park that reads West Ham 2, Queen's Park Rangers 2.